Women are finding out that men actually watch and listen, that men are paying attention, that men are not just going to date you because they find you attractive anymore. You have to have qualities. You can't be no sugar baby. You can't be out here dealing with men like Diddy and being unapologetic about it, saying that you like golden showers, but then immediately taking it back when you realize that the jig is up.
Diddy is feeling the repercussions, as we have been talking about ever since Cassie filed the law.
The word on the street is that Diddy's in some serious trouble. Young Miami is spilling all the details, and it's about to get really messy. Social media is buzzing with these shocking revelations. TMZ, the Shade Room, everyone's talking about it. Young Miami isn't holding back either. She's got the proof and is ready to reveal all of Diddy's secrets. This scandal is shaping up to be juicier than a summer peach. Diddy's team is scrambling to handle the fallout, but it may be too late. In this video, we'll break down everything Young Miami is saying, and trust me, it's shocking. Get ready for some celebrity drama you won't forget. This is the kind of gossip you'll be talking about for days. Let's dive in.
I believe what he paid for.
What do you mean by what he paid for? Oh, you mean the 30? Okay, you talk about the settlement that happened the next day.
Right.
So everything that was in the lawsuit.
I don't know all the things that were said, but you're not gonna pay for nothing that you didn't do. So whatever he paid for in that lawsuit, I believe.
You know, in the paperwork, it says that he was addicted to painkillers and ecstasy. Have you ever seen anything like that, or when you were around him?
I knew he was addicted to painkillers, because after that that incident with Kim, he used to have this little white guy he used to meet, or he would have the drivers go get the pills that he was addicted to from this little white guy who was selling him them opioids.
Why do you think it took so long for people to come out and say something?
Like I said before, I don't think it took so long. It took somebody with celebrity status who had a legal team that was willing to go to war for her in order to get some justice for her in a compensation matter in a civil suit. I believe there is a lot of guys, a lot of people in that industry that have done things, and people can't get lawyers to go to bat for them.
Yeah, there's been a long list of other celebrities since this happened that it came out, and a lot of other celebrities started to get sued. What do you think about that list? And, is there anything there that you've heard about?
Well, I've heard about a couple of things, but you got to realize is that it's what they can prove. Like with this Weinstein thing, Weinstein, just take Jimmy Iovine for example. Jimmy Iovine got a lawsuit, but you don't see it on the news. Why? Why you don't see it on the news? People have been coming out saying things that he said that he did to them, but because his publicists and the people at that be is not allowing that to go down on him. Puff did some things to some powerful people that they're calling in their friends and everything, and everybody's taking their hands off of him. So now he's no longer the altar boy, and he's not in their club anymore. Did you hear him on Jimmy Kimmel? He said, "Yo, I thought we was friends." Jimmy Kimmel knew he wasn't supposed to ask Puff anything about me, but he's not part of the boys club anymore.
This right here is going to ruin him, man. It's going to ruin his legacy. Everything that he worked for.
No, he ruined his legacy, brother. People is trying to say like, yo, y'all going after a black man, y'all trying to tear a black man down. No, it's a big difference from a nigga and a black man. He was doing shit to people that he never thought that it would come back at him. Now, if he never did anything to those girls, if those girls was lying, then he would have never settled out. It was a girl that came out, Cam, 2.5 years before Cassie came out, and went on a major platform and told him how he was kicking her, beating her, and made her get rid of 2 kids.
So, what pushed Young Miami to start airing Diddy's dirty laundry? Sources say tension had been building for a while. Diddy was playing games, and she had enough. Their relationship was always rocky. One minute they're good, the next it's drama. Rumors say Diddy wasn't exactly faithful, and money became an issue too. Young Miami wasn't going to be disrespected or out here looking foolish while Diddy flaunted his wealth. When she realized exposing him could boost her own fame, she took her shot. And trust, she's got the receipts. This scandal's been brewing, and she's ready to spill it all.
They had gave a party on New Year's Eve at Madam C.J. Walker's house, right, in her mansion. And I had my girl, her friend, and it was a big party, New Year's Eve party. I went looking for my girl, and I couldn't find her nowhere. It was crazy. And I'm going in bathrooms, I'm knocking down doors, I'm going through every door in the house, opening doors, people in there, in situations, drinking, the whole 9 yards. I even go outside, it's cold. I'm looking at people's cars, I'm looking at cars and everything like that. Then I finally just go to my car, and she was in there asleep with her girlfriend. You understand? I was wondering what happened. And she said that she was drinking champagne and all of a sudden she got dizzy. So she went to the car. She made it to the car. So I knew those people who was at that party, somebody had the champagne or the orange juice or something. Cause my girl was in the car asleep. Her and her girlfriend, knocked out. And they hadn't been at the party for an hour or two. So it's a possibility that happens a lot, that happened to people.
You know, everything that's happened and came out and all these allegations, you know, where do you see things going from here with Puff? Do you think he's ever going to be able to recover? Do you think he's going to ever get the trust of people again? You know, a lot of people still don't believe it. A lot of people are still like, you know, riding with Puff at this time.
Well, that's okay. And I believe that he may have an opportunity once he gets off the drugs, once he cleans himself up, he may have something to offer. But until he decides that he's not going to be an addict no more and addicted to the lifestyle that he is and he was used to, ain't no insurance company, ain't no company, or nobody going to ever deal with him. Because now he's a liability.
One thing I've seen a lot of people say was they want to hear from Young Miami.
She's standing by her man. That's what she said, right? I'm standing by my man.
Did she say that? I must have missed it.
Yeah, I think she said that when they was over in London, that she's standing by her man.
That's crazy. I mean, you know, he might not be treating her like that.
I don't know. It's different when a lady says she like to be on, and she dealing with somebody. That came out her mouth.
Right, I remember.
So you ain't gonna give her what she like?
So she might be actually into all this stuff, or not, not all of it, but some of the stuff that
May not bother her.
It might not bother her, and she might actually like it.
She can go get her Birkin bag the next day.
So to kind of take it back a little bit before we get out of here, the night the Big passes away, Mason recently came out and said that there was a bunch of bloods outside of his hallway at the hotel. Is there anything to that, or did you say anything like that?
Well, when I got there, it was a few people there that could have been bloods. They had red on and stuff like that, but it wasn't no 70 dudes. When I got there, what Mace saw, I don't know what he saw, but it's 2 occasions I went and got Mace. One time he was in the Century Club in Cali. During that time, I got him out the Century Club. And then early that morning, when Puff had got on a plane and left Mace, we went and got him and let him, some dudes from Black Hands, we went and got Mace. Mace came down, went to his car, and he got up out of there.
Do you know who was in there or what was going on, or?
Bruh, when I was traveling with Black Hands, that's the Black Gorilla family. And Black Hands, when I was traveling with those dudes and rocking with them, they ain't worrying about nobody. We wasn't worrying about nobody. I went to Mace's room, got Mace. Mace came down, got in his car and left. If it was 70 bloods at one time, it's a possibility. You understand? It's a possibility. There was a few guys that was dressed in red that my man them knew, a couple of my dudes knew them. And they were bloods. So I can't deny what he say he saw or what he did, but when we got there, it wasn't nobody like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
And if you scared, 7 could look like 70.
So you think Mace might have just been scared? I mean, after, Big did just get killed.
You had every right to be. Big just got killed. The guy who got you out there and everything jumps on the first plane smoking and leave you out there?
All the shady dealings, broken promises, and secrets. Young Miami didn't forget any of it. And let me tell you, nothing's worse than a woman scorned. Diddy may have thought he was untouchable, but Young Miami is about to bring him down a notch. The streets are buzzing, and this drama is just heating up. As for Diddy, he's got to be feeling the pressure now. Grab your cups, ladies, because this tea is about to spill.
A black man didn't set his friends up and put them in a situation where they couldn't come home to their families no more. A black man didn't reach back and help the people that helped them make it up the ladder. It was Puffy. You understand? I got tired of Puffy going on different platforms talking about how he loved the people that we was all with, how he loved the people that helped him, when in fact, none of that stuff was true. So my whole thing about it is, man, I appreciate your platform for letting me, voice my opinion. And like I said, opinions like an asshole. Some of these cats out here get paid for their asshole. I get paid to give my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, yeah, you just on here giving your opinion, man. I mean, you was one of the people that was real close to the situation, so why not?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So with that being said, right, the last interview me and you did was a day after the raid. And when you look at everything now, man, how you feel about everything? It's been like a week, you knowing Diddy, you being around Diddy. Could you ever imagine that his houses would get raided for sex trafficking?
Bruh, you can't imagine no stuff like that. You understand? You can't think that because back then he wasn't Brother Love. He was Puffy. All the way up until he became Diddy. So his behavior over the years has changed. And the behavior that he shows now and that he has shown by being Brother Love, I couldn't imagine that the police could be raiding him for sex trafficking? Nah, bruh. I couldn't imagine that. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't him back then. He's a totally different person that he became. If you've seen him on other platforms, inviting men to party with him, inviting men to go shopping with him. You understand? That wasn't Puffy. That wasn't Diddy. That was Brother Love and Love.
How you feel about all the people that's wondering why haven't any of Diddy big name friends came out to defend him?
Because either two things that I believe. Either they know some of the stuff is true, either they took part in some of the stuff that happened, or they scared that it may mess up their brand. See, nobody wants to be in contact with anybody that allegedly was sex trafficking. You see what the WWF did to Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was one of those people that was called for sex trafficking. We don't hear a lot about it because he gave up the company, he did what he was supposed to do, and he became Ghost. But now you see they trying to do the same thing to Puffy. They trying to make him or hip hop the face of sex trafficking like they was going to do to WWF at one time. Because that was a big story. So a lot of his people that know him, a lot of the people that been in those parties and seen probably some unscrupulous shit that went down and was like, ooh, I was there. I hope they don't got me on tape. They feeling a certain way. So they're not going to speak on nothing until they've been approached with something. You got to realize when Homeland Security get their evidence together, they're going to send agents.
Diddy's in full panic mode since Young Miami started spilling the tea. He's pacing, sweating, and scrambling to keep his empire intact. Sources say he knows she's got receipts that could destroy his image, which he's spent years perfecting. Diddy's PR team is working overtime, but it's not helping. He's even been calling Young Miami, begging her to stay quiet. But she's not backing down, and the fallout could be huge. Diddy's got deals, endorsements, and his reputation on the line, with experts saying the scandal could cost him millions, even billions.
What do you know? What have you heard? What have you seen? What's been going on? You know what I'm saying? Did this happen when you was around him? Did this happen back in the day? That's what they're going to want to know. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to send investigators out. They're going to send people out for anybody that they can get some information from to help their case. So those celebrities ain't going to say nothing. You got your man Stevie J speaking on it right now. He'll be one of the first dudes that they'll probably pull to the side and say, yo, well, you say that your man, I heard you on TMZ say that he never did this and he never did that. But ain't this you? If those pictures or those films or anything like that exists. You know what I'm saying? That's what they pay those agents to do. So, of course, I don't believe that none of the people who are his celebrity friends is going to speak or say nothing until they're either contacted or they know what they really got.
So you feel like they might be worried that they might be on tape at one of Diddy parties doing something they wasn't supposed to be doing?
I think that the celebrities that may be worried is because what Lil Rob said. Lil Rob said in his affidavit that Diddy had every room taped and bugged. Diddy had, yo, bro, can you imagine? He had every room taped and bugged, and they found little bugs or little tape recorders. I mean, little those micro projectors or whatever like that, or video cameras. They found them in the house, bro. So by them having those things in the house, and people know there's drugs, there's alcohol, there's loose women, there's loose men, woman on woman, man on man, all kind of crazy shit. Bruh, they just wondering who or when they're gonna let this stuff be known. If it's on videotape.
Yeah, man. I know they gotta be shook, man, after finding out he was recording everything.
But not only celebrities, I don't think it's only celebrities gonna be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there. He also had a couple of preachers in there. Hallelujah. That's crazy.
You personally, you think they got tapes?
Well, my personal opinion that if Lil Rob could be trusted and his statements are true, they got him. They got tapes of stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see what they got. But speaking of the raid, right? Did you see that viral video of Diddy he was seen in Miami with Stevie J after the raid? You seen that video?
Yeah, I seen it.
What you think about that?
Well, I go way back when Stevie J first came to Bad Boy after they left Uptown Records and everything like that. And Stevie J and Puff fell out real bad over, it could have been producer credits and the whole 9 yards. But Stevie J didn't F with him until Love and Hip Hop. When Stevie J went to Love and Hip Hop and he became famous from that, Puff called him over there and they had a meeting. And I guess they rekindled their friendship. Because I used to bodyguard Stevie J. And, go to different clubs. I got pictures and everything. Stevie J didn't mess with Puff, until after that Love and Hip Hop thing went down, So now they back cool. What got me about the stuff like that them being back cool, that Stevie J went on TMZ and was speaking up on behalf of Diddy. Now, if anybody I want speaking up behalf of me, or I had anybody speaking up on my behalf, it wouldn't be Stevie J. You understand? I don't think that an individual of his caliber is capable or can be trusted in a way that I would like for him based on his actions on television and who he is as a person, what he has been shown as an individual is a type of individual that I would have speaking on my behalf. Come on, we know he's a drug abuser. We know that he's been seen putting his hands on women in the wrong way. And I don't know, that shit is crumbling, man. You know what I'm saying? But you can always say this, man. And the infamous words of one of the world's greatest comedians, Richard Pryor, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Why you say that cocaine is a hell of a drug?
Because Lil Rob said that they be doing the liquid cocaine in the bottles, in the Ciroc bottles. We know Stevie J been in countless rehabs back and forth. We know, we've heard of Puff being in rehabs, secretly going to rehabs too. So, my man, when you get on those type of psychotropical, I think it's psychotropical drugs, man, and you start believing your own bullshit, and them two individuals together, man, you know they got to be crazy. Something got to be wrong with when he sit up there and he said that he want to challenge 50. And I don't know much about that clout shit. Him challenging 50 to a fight, and we seen how 50 Cent, we seen how Stevie J fight on Love and Hip Hop and all that other bullshit. Him, Scrappy, him, this other cat.
In this game, perception is everything, and Diddy's looking like a man who's lost control. People are starting to question his judgment and character, which can be devastating for his empire. Meanwhile, young Miami star is on the rise. She's got the attention and knows exactly how to use it. Every revelation is fueling her fame, and while Diddy's scrambling, she's playing the game strategically, like chess to his checkers.
He don't want it with 50, bro. That's if that ain't cocaine, the Pope ain't Catholic.
So you feel like 50 Cent would give Stevie J that work?
It wouldn't even be a job. 50 Cent will whoop niggas like Stevie J on the way to a real fight.
You seen 50 fight before?
I ain't never seen 50 fight. I seen some tapes of him get down on that end, but I never seen him fight in person. But I know the demeanor of a man. I was with 50 Cent on a couple of occasions, and one occasion, it was just me and 50 and about probably 6 other dudes that didn't want to get out the car because he was ready to get down. And you could see it in him. You could see he got it in him like that. I'm looking at him. I wrote this shit about this shit in my book. 50 ain't back. He don't back down, bro. And you could see when you know a dude is about it and got it in him, you could see it in his eyes. You could see it in the way he carry himself. You see how he threw his own man in the bushes, Tony Yayo, getting down boxing. I've seen takes on him. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen him in person, as far as fighting. I've been with him in person, but he got it in him, bro.
But yeah, that caught me by surprise because I always knew that Stevie J, he did production for Bad Boy, but I never knew him and Diddy was that close until, as of late, since the raid. So,
yo, they was close. Bro, Stevie J and Puff was like pots and pans back in the day. I don't know what happened between them,